Whoa! We're going so fast!
Oh, man.
Oh my god, no! I don't even think that shit!
Did we just hit a person, or was that a deer?
It's the fourth act. I'm Alex, that's Phil, and Fast and Furious has now become a big enough franchise that it's got spin-off movies on the way.
Yes, a pillar of our friendship is talking about the Fast and Furious franchise once every 4 days for 6 hours a day. And that is, I love this franchise, and Alex loves to make fun of me for loving this franchise.
It's a great franchise, just you like it for a dumb reason.
No, don't even get there.
It's not stupid. You're stupid.
Since we've never had the chance to talk about this on the channel before, we're using Hobbs Shaw as an opportunity to rank all 8 Fast and Furious movies from best to worst, and we're going in release order, so you don't get to guess what it's going to be, and the bullets are going to fly, and we're going to get furious and fast and furious. Fast and Furious.
Before we get into it, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell because we are releasing a Hobbs Shaw Agree Disagree when that movie comes out. That's our weekly shtick.
Yes.
And you can tune into that video to find out where Hobbs Shaw places in our respective list of Fast and Furious movies.
Exactly. I'll jumpstart the list starting with the original Fast and Furious, the 1955 Fast and Furious.
What?
What
No,
do you think?
stop.
This
No,
rank
that's
for
not
you,
part of
Alex.
it. I'm not doing that. All starts with no respect for my franchise.
Hey, I don't get no respect.
We start with the Fast and Furious from 2001, directed by Rob Cohen. Where does that rank for you?
The Fast and the Furious is number 3 for me.
It's number 3 for me too. Oh, yeah, we agree.
It's hard to quantify the original one in relation to what the franchise is now.
Yeah.
Because it's
a
not
mixed
this.
bag.
It's not this movie anymore. It's
No.
so far. This was street racing, but it did give us. It's the roots. It gave us Dom Toretto and Brian O'Connor.
This was just like a more simple story. There's some quotable lines that are still memorable to this day. You know, I live my life quarter all the time, which is
Yeah.
used in every sequel since then.
Classic.
And
that
then-
one should be on AFI's top 100 quotes of all time, I think.
I agree with that, 100%.
I was kind of kidding.
Tuna on white, no crust, which is why, like, what Brian O'Connor orders when he goes to see Mia.
I'm pretty sure that's just you being
No,
obsessed with this
that's-
franchise.
Shut up.
No
Wait,
one cares about the line tuna on
No,
wheat
hold on.
with.
Tuna on white, no crust, right?
I don't know, how is it?
Every day for the last 3 weeks you've been coming in here and you've been asking me how the tuna is.
I want to talk about the final scene, though, because when Brian O'Connor gives Dom the car keys and lets Dom get away, things aren't black and white anymore. And Brian O'Connor learned something from this journey.
That's a great scene. That is
Oh, yeah.
that set the standard for their relationship. That's a strong relationship that carries the franchise. Still does carry the franchise.
Yeah, the movie may not age well because they're stealing VHSs and that's dated, but that scene, you can't hold a torch to that.
Next up, it's Too Fast, Too Furious.
The best title in the franchise.
Absolutely. The does are out. The twos are in. Directed by John Singleton. The late John Singleton passed away just a couple months ago, actually. Where's this rank for you, Phil?
Dead last.
Oof. I had a number 7.
This movie feels like a product of the early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
When those films were just coming out
Yes.
and like just things are happening. It doesn't really make coherent sense.
Cool music.
Yeah, like all these like cool colors and like vibrant, but like bad story.
It's the one where they jump the car into the boat, which
Yep.
I guess is cool. It has a couple moments I like.
It does.
It gave us Tyrese. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Alien Infidel. ¿Qué pasa, Jota? Hey, man, I clean your windshield for you?
What are you doing, man?
It is.
But
No,
it-
when you
it's-
have new characters that stick around for that long, it's really good. So we have Ludacris and Tyrese.
I did like the car scramble with the garage, where they just went in and then they just confused the cops with all the
That
cars
was really
coming
cool.
out.
The one joke I remember is that Tyrese is on house arrest, but he lives in a mobile home. So,
Yeah.
early 2000s.
Next up, it's Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift. This is last for me. I thought this was a really bad movie. I don't like it at all.
It's not that bad. It's number 6.
That's still pretty bad. Why is it in Tokyo? What are they doing? Why does this movie exist? Why is it so far in the future? It's like it is also a product of the time. It's like, look at, we're not like driving completely straight. We're
driving
going
sideways.
There's no way that you can do that in Tokyo.
It's weird because it doesn't really fit with the first two, and it doesn't really fit with the future
It's very
films.
jarring.
But it just, when you look at it as kind of like a spin-off, kind of like a different take, it feels refreshing.
You know what DK stands for? Donkey Kong. Drift King.
I don't feel like it feels refreshing. It feels like more of the same, just without the characters that made it good. The reinvention was needed. They did get it, but later on. This was just...
It was like a stepping stone because this was when two big players in the franchise came on board. Justin Lin as director, because he directed this through
That's
6.
true, yeah.
And then Chris Morgan as screenwriter, who's written Tokyo Drift all the way through The Fate of the Furious and Hobbs and Shaw. So this was like their first film collaborating, and then they set the stage for what's to come in the future. Fast and Furious, we're dropping the thus, we're dropping the 2s, we got an ampersand in there.
Those are
Woo!
out again. F him. Sorry.
The lowest rated Fast and Furious film on Rotten Tomatoes is Fast and Furious 4, but I actually like this. It's number 2 for me.
Is that true?
It is true.
I actually have it at number 5, which seems low, but for the Fast and Furious franchise, the top 5, those are all pretty good movies for me.
We're a little off, but you said something nice about it, so thank you.
Well,
I
no,
appreciate
you
that.
like it too much, but that's okay. Ow!
I don't know why this isn't higher up for people. You have Dom and Brian reuniting for the first time in a long time. They haven't seen each other since the first film, and Brian let Dom go. That's good character development. We gotta see what happens.
It is. I mean, the reason that I think this is rated so low and no one really remembers it is because the franchise was just on the cusp of falling off of the face of the planet at the time.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. Thing is, this is a good movie, and it did
is.
cleanse the palate for what was to come.
I will be saying I'm a
like
little
it too.
biased because I like that kind of subject matter of like the drug trafficking and like the border disputes and stuff like that. It's a cool setting for me to see. It's totally believable. You could totally build holes to the ground and drive cars through it.
It's not
all
about
right?
the tunnels being there. It's about racing at high speeds through tunnels.
That's
that are
so
taking
cool
you
and
for a
believable.
turn. And the tunnels are just barely.
If you're talented and skilled behind the wheel, you can do anything you want.
It's jumping in between two cars.
It's jumping between two cars in two countries. It's believable. Stop. Just stop.
It's not stupid. You're stupid.
The next film in the Fast and Furious franchise is Fast 5, and it's my personal favorite. It better be your personal favorite, otherwise I'm going to punch you in the throat.
Fast 5 for me is number 1.
Oh, yeah. I fell in love with Rio de Janeiro as a city watching this. It became one of my top go-to destinations. It's so cool just seeing the hills and the cars rolling down those hills, the favelas.
This is Brazil.
The beach and the scenery. It's so neat. Christ the Redeemer always like in the sky watching over them because they're criminals. It's like this parallel depth of just storytelling that is so neat.
Guy likes Fast 5. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Hold on, I got more things though. Wait a minute. Brian has now forfeited law enforcement, and it's really cool because it sets up this really cool character arc for him in the future films because he's now completely sided with Dom. He meets Mia. He's totally committed to Mia now, and they're gonna start a family. And just the scene where she comes clean to him about like, I'm pregnant, and she tells like Dom and Brian's there and like, I'm expecting, and they're in like the slums of Rio and they've lost Letty in the past film. To me, that's when the family aspect really hits home. That's where the anchor's dropped, and this is where it becomes full-fledged family because then what happens next? The team aspect of the entire film.
Avengers!
Prior to the Avengers, we don't need them anymore. We have real people doing real things, real stunts. So cool.
They're not realistic things.
It's so realistic
No,
things.
okay, let's just back up for a second. It started on the bus sequence where they like crash the bus.
Yes.
All right. I love that scene,
Oh, so do I.
but it's not realistic.
It's so realistic.
No, it's not, and it's a perfect testament to what Fast and Furious becomes in this movie and has been since then. They made a bus roll over just by
that
swerving in
happens
front
in
of it
life.
a little bit.
That's fine.
No,
Maybe the driver's bad. I
That's
don't.
stupid.
This movie doubles down on star power. And Vin Diesel, before the production, went in and was like, "Who do you want to see join the Fast and Furious franchise?" People
Right,
were like
The
Dwayne
Rock
Johnson,
came in.
Dwayne Johnson, and that happened. It
This
happened.
is Brazil.
Yep. And he's just like buff as shit. He's gonna break some necks.
I'm what you call an ice cold can of whoop ass.
The coolest scene in this entire movie is when Hobbs has them. He's captured them. He's going to deport them back to the U.S. to get trialed and put to jail. And his whole brigade gets ambushed. Dom and Brian are just sitting there in cuffs, watching, Hobbs almost die. And he's like, let us know. We can help him. And he makes the big play. And he's like, I got a team. I got family. This guy's my family, and it's like goosebumps, man. It's like,
I didn't get goosebumps for that part. Look, it's fine. Like, they made him into a good guy, and that's a thing that movies do, and it's usually a good thing for them to do with the bad guy.
I hate you.
I don't care about that. I just want to see two big people running at each other with monkey wrenches, a tire iron.
Watch
or whatever.
sumo wrestling, then.
No, they don't use monkey wrenches. I think you saw Fast 5 at like a weird point in your life where you're just way over affected by it, but that's not what people talk about when they talk about Fast and Furious. It's not the characters.
That's what I talk about.
They talk about family because it's funny the way Dom says it all the time. It's about the action. It's about the action.
about
It's because
everything.
You haven't mentioned the safe scene yet.
The safe scene's great.
It is
super,
great,
super
but
realistic.
not for the reasons that you like it. No! This is the franchise that's willing to go past like being grounded in reality just to have fun.
Fast 5 is still grounded. No, it's not dumb.
Grounded.
It's great fun.
He
It's
uses the
super
safe
realistic.
as a wrecking ball on a highway. It's not something you can do.
You
He
could do it.
swings
Just
the
no one in
safe
real life
around.
has tried it.
No, it's alright. We have enough. Alright, next is Fast and Furious 6 because this is the only one that gets Fast and Furious than the number. What did you think of Fast and Furious 6, Phil?
I have it at number 5.
Alright, I had Fast and Furious 6 at number 2.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, number 2.
Wow.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Fourth one, cleanse the palate. Fifth one, getting the band back together. Now we're nice and relaxed. Now let's just have fun. And this movie is just the epitome of just f it, it's fun. Let's just do
it's
it.
not.
Yes,
Wait a
it
minute.
is.
No.
I'm making my point. You got to go for 5 minutes last time. Okay, just ignoring most action scenes in this movie, like the tank on the bridge with the car crushed up on the rope hanging down. I don't know. They acknowledged they were improvising. By the way, play that clip.
We do what we do best. We improvise, all right?
It's not stupid. You're stupid.
Let's just focus on the runway scene, though.
Great
The runway
scene.
scene, it is a great scene, and it is
Cool.
just the pinnacle for me of this franchise. This is why it's number 2 for me, because it is just so clear that they're throwing sense out the window because it's fun. Doesn't matter how much sense it makes, let's have fun. Now here we go, ready?
Makes sense.
Here we go. We got the plane going along the runway.
Yep.
It's open in the back. They're driving up to it. They're driving onto it. They're driving off of it. They're attaching themselves to it. The plane's halfway in the air. The cars are halfway in the air.
ground the plane. Yeah,
They're fighting on the plane. They're fighting in the cars. They're fighting on the cars, in the air, on the plane.
Tons of fun stuff.
They're fighting. It's like they're jumping from the plane to the cars.
Yep.
And we got the Han thing is going on. And then it crashes in a fireball. And Dom's still on. It's like, oh no. But then he drives out of the fireball. It's like, oh, he's okay. But then he crashes again in a second fireball.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, he is dead. And he walks out unscathed somehow, which is also dumb. And then zoom out, now they're at the end of the runway. Now, if you were going to tell me that is grounded in reality, sir, then I will puke all over your head, because that is ridiculous.
No one in the theater is watching like, oh, that's such a long runway. Oh, when it,
Everybody was asking that. I said so many times.
In movies, the scenes are cut to showcase the different actors and what they're doing
it was 10
during the
minutes
sequence.
long. No runway.
Okay.
You can go like 30 seconds on a runway.
You don't know how long that runway is, though.
What
Maybe the
runway
plane
is
wasn't
longer
going
than
fast.
that?
Look it. All right.
No. It's not just that they were going for a long time. It's that when all was said and done, they were perfectly at the end of the runway.
Okay, that's a little bit of a stretch. I will admit.
Got him. And
It's
done.
not.
We're done.
No, I'm doing this so you can't use this footage. I am not going to admit that Fast 5 is not grounded in reality because it's a great film. I will admit that the runway sequence can get a little bit out of hand if you really dissect it. The next film in the series is the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. When they go to Tokyo and they drift.
Drift is the third one. It's
No,
not the
chronologically, it
We're
is
not
the
doing
sixth one.
chronologically.
Okay, you know what?
No, stop.
The next film in the series is Wild Speed Sky Mission.
What is that?
It's the Japanese title for Fury 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is Furious 7. It is directed by James Wan this time. And where does it rank for you, Phil?
Ironically, number 7. No pun intended. This movie was bad, Alex.
All right, number 4 for me. I don't think it was bad.
Too high. I believed in this franchise for the first 6 films. I was for it. I was okay. But I cannot defend the 7th one and how just absolutely off the walls it goes and how just it disregards the realistic aspects of these action sequences.
7th is just more of the same. I think it's hilarious that now you don't like it for the dumb fun, and I now like it for the character moves because this is the send off for Paul Walker, right? This is the one that made me cry with the actual story.
I cried too. I actually cried at Fast 5 when Dom rescued Hobbs, and I cried at other parts in this franchise that I'm not going to talk about. But Fury 7 is just a load of malarkey. Malarkey! Throughout the entire film, Deckard Shaw just keeps popping up, just, hey, I got you in my sniper view.
He's just now starting to break
And
down.
he just doesn't, they don't take shots at each other, and it's so stupid. But the worst thing is when Dom and Deckard are on the parking garage, and it's collapsing around them, and then Dom stomps on the garage,
yes,
and it falls
because
perfectly.
the street always wins.
Thing about street fights, the street
always wins.
This is malarkey.
I love the part where they're running at each other playing a game of chicken in their cars, and it's like, who's gonna, turn off first? Who's gonna die? And eventually, and they just hit each other.
That's stupid.
And they just
That's
hit
dumb.
each other, and then the next thing that happens is they get out and point guns at each other.
You thought this was gonna be a street fight?
It's so dumb.
Of course it's dumb. It's been dumb for like 4 movies.
All right, well, the entire film was malarkey. The final scene is not, and I'm not going to glance over that because it's a really big achievement, right? The Paul Walker, Brian O'Connor send-off is a thing of marvel beauty.
Yeah, and everyone was very surprised that Fast and Furious handled it so well, but
Yeah,
they did.
It was kind of unheard of to bring his brothers in or just another actor to kind of fill those scenes that he couldn't film. And I mean, I remember where I was when Paul Walker died. I was bowling back home. I was getting ready to move to California. My buddies and I wanted to go get some coffee and donuts. And we actually raced there because the donut shop was closing. And we don't typically race. But we got there and someone said Paul Walker had passed because they saw it on their Facebook feed. And it really hit me. It really took me back because, and now you know how much of a fan I am of this franchise. And it's really sad because he contributed a lot to this franchise. And he could have had a really long, prosperous Hollywood career. So thank you, Paul. Thank you.
You really like this franchise, don't you?
I do. Alright, jumping gears a bit. Ooh, no pun intended.
I think you intended that.
The most recent Fast and Furious film is The Fate of the Furious. And what I gotta say, when that title got announced, I was like, oh, that is stupid.
No, it's
That
great.
is so stupid. But it is genius, and I take it back. It is so genius. They did it, and it was really good. I have it at number 4.
I have it at number 6.
Ooh, too low.
It's not too low. The franchise needs to be reinvented one more time. We've seen the dumb fun.
No, I'm embracing it now.
It feels like it's afraid now.
6 kind of lost me. 7, I was gone, and then now I'm embracing it. It's cool, on ice with submarines.
Why are you? No, this.
Cypher controls all the cars, and they just fall out of the parking garage.
But
That's
it's
cool.
not. But it's taken a step back. 6 and 7 were dumber. Now 8's just another Fast and Furious movie.
It has a good storyline for the characters. Dom's trying to protect his son. He's torn in his family. That's
I didn't
interesting.
believe Dom's turn on his family. I'm sorry. The movie was walking this fine line between dumb fun and really serious. I'm gonna kill your baby.
I thought it worked.
What was that?
I thought it worked kind of. Okay, look, the plane thing is a little bit weird.
You're never gonna want to see this. Where's that smile? There it is.
It's okay. I can embrace it. It's okay. It's fine. But Charlize Theron, being a pretty cool, menacing villain, there's some good stuff there.
I'm a big fan of Charlize Theron. I didn't think this was her best role. I feel like she's capable of better action than this movie offered her. You have 2 options if you want to save this franchise.
Oh no.
2. You need to get more dumb. You can either go to the moon, space,
no,
whatever,
no.
or you can go to the past and
No,
be Fast and Furious and dinosaurs.
No, you just have to keep.
train
You
them,
just have to
bring
keep
them back to
going.
the
No,
present.
stop.
You got dinosaurs in the city with the cars together.
You just have to keep going to exotic locations like China,
What
the
did
Great
we love
Wall,
about Jurassic World?
Australia.
Chris
You're
Pratt,
Australian.
riding
You want to see them
motorcycle
go
with
drive in
Raptors.
Sydney?
I don't care about that.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
I want to kill you.
There's
I
our
really
list.
want to kill you.
We agree on 1 and 5, but make no mistake, we disagree on Fast and Furious all the time. We are on opposite side of the spectrum here.
So somehow we're still friends, and we don't do this just off the cuff. We actually have a segment called Agree Disagree, where we get into it.
Check out our channel. We have many Agree Disagrees. We do it every week.
Yes, we actually have another ranking video with the MCU, and that's a topical point, so
Oh, yes.
check that out.
If you're watching this after Hobbs and Shaw, or Hobbs and Shaw Agree Disagree will be out, and we will let you know where that is placed in this ranking.
Comment below what's your favorite Fast and Furious movie. Give us your list. Don't make fun of me. Like, share, subscribe, and come on back, because we'll be here.
Yes, or don't, because you have free will.
Bye.
Yeah, we came a long way.